Alrighty, we are back. Uh, so for those of us that are still here, or those of us that attending for the first time, good evening or good night. I guess it's 8:30. My name is Alvin, also known as Epoxy. And today we'll be casting round two of tonight's Tespa Overwatch Collegiate Championship preseason matches. So if you were just here with the stream, and if not, watch the VOD, it's a nail biter. We had just witnessed IIT taking a 2-1 hard fought victory all across the board against the Alfred State Esports team, taking it with a. I'm trying to remember what the score was. I think they lost first map against Li Jiang, won map 2 in Kings Row, and then map 3 in Dorado, finally able to pull themselves across the finish line. And so we're going to be facing now our fourth game of the season against Texas State University TXST Academy. And I think for tonight I will also be solo casting this match. But we do have the invite coming in for me to get in here. So let's take a quick look. Game 1, again, will be Li Jiang Tower as per the Tespa rules. For those that are new to Overwatch, this is a 6v6 battle, but for IIT's roster, there are 12 members. So we have two coaches this year, Zin and God damn it, what am I? Curry, thank you. Pavan is his first name, where they work together with the captains for the team to create the roster shuffles for each game accordingly. Besides that, I think I'll bypass the huge roster display of who everyone is. Again, all of that info is on the past VOD. I think I took like 10 minutes explaining it, so I don't think we're going to have that luxury of time since both teams have already been warmed up after the first game. They already know what to get themselves into. But if I don't see any action in the next minute or two, I'll get it going. So, again, Texas State looks like they will be taking the blue side. So my stuff is fine just the way it is. Move my slides a little bit over. And yeah, we're gonna be getting it going soon. Appreciate everyone's patience. And for those that are new to the stream for today, feel free to keep my chat lively with memes and questions about IIT. What do you think about players? What do you think about coaches? What do you think about me? Don't worry, I've thick skin. I think I can take Twitch chat insults. Or not. Who knows? But alright. Since we're still waiting, why not I just keep the stream lively by doing a quick display of who we've got on for today's roster. Give me a moment. And that's going to be over here. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Alright. So, for those that are new to the stream, last week, week 1, saw the Scarlet Hawks A going 1-1 with a. Oh, see, I was wrong. Alfred State was last week's match. This week's was Alabama. I keep forgetting. I keep mixing up the schools. I'm going to change that later. Alfred State. Alfred State ended up pulling out the win at a 2-1, and then Illinois Tech bounced back with the Austin College victory at 2-0. But for our roster for the A team today, 12 members: Kane, Leo, Ryan Lusk, Matthew Gumbar, Isaac Vongfit as tank lineup, Sarah Griffin, Nick Zhang, Milton Parr, Hans Chung as the supports, and then Ethan Fox, Kevin Corey, Bill Shu, and Benny Vasquez as the DPS. And again, as mentioned before, Curry and Zin coach both the A team and our B team. Our B team is also playing in their Tespa matches tonight, but we've only got one caster, so I'll be sure to spread more love to the B team in the near future. But for today, I've already communicated with the A team I was going to go with it. You might notice a couple of these pictures don't have one or show their avatars. Yeah, we'll look into that. The season is just starting, so cut me some slack here, please. need to get some pictures of players and in our respective jerseys, so it's coming. It's coming. Year's just starting. I'll breeze through this stuff. Yeah, I think what I'll do is I'll keep going to talk about the athletes and whatnot until the game starts. So, for Matt Gombar de Gumbies, second-year electrical engineer, playing for IIT men's soccer team from Elburn, Illinois. Isaac Vongfit Shockwave Q, second-year electrical engineer, Collierville, Tennessee. Secondary captain for Overwatch A. Buy him some bubble tea and he will pop off. Kane Leo, Brief Cool K, first-year biomedical engineering, tank. Ryan Lusk Alchemisto, fourth-year chemical engineering, Chicago, Illinois. South Park quote. Ethan Fox, third-year mechanical engineer, directing our esports program for now his second semester, also in Greek life. Hometown St. Charles, Illinois, and in denial Doomfist one trick. Yes, we definitely saw the Doomfist prowess come out in the last game. So Texas State, if you're watching this stream and wanted to get some pointers for Doomfist and or Farah, he's your guy, I guess. Kevin Corey, Bladed Banana, third-year architecture from Indiana. Benny Vasquez, Elvire Sasuke, second-year computer science, weeb. Bill Shu, none for me, first-year computer information systems. Milton Parr, our captain for the program for now his third year, fourth-year computer science major, from Chicago, Illinois. Stay cool, kid. Sarah Griffin, Copel, first-year applied mathematics. Don't know anything really about her. I think she actually got involved with the program even before she was technically a student. I think she was like on our campus for one of these scholarship weekends, and then she just like went to one of our evening activities that we were hosting to like welcome high school prospects, and then she was just going at Overwatch, and we already saw her there. So it's awesome to see how our program is really appealing to like high school students and whatnot. So shameless plug. High schools that are visiting the area, feel free to reach out or visit our esports center during the regular business days. There's always going to be a student worker there to talk to you about what we do. And hold on, I'm hearing the sound come in for the game. So thank you for that convenient excuse to now switch to in-game stuff.
Initiating match.
Alright, again, game 1 will be Lijiang Tower. So we are now taken into the spectate. Looking like the IIT's lineup for the first round will be Gumbies, Brief Cool K as the tanks, Fox, none for me as the DPS, Daybreak, and Celeste support lineup. And again, part of the new things that Tespa has included, or Tespa and Overwatch, both of them, have included for this upcoming season has been a 12-man roster, which we've utilized to great lengths, and also the 2-2-2 roster lock. So forcing 2 cut tanks, 2 damage, and 2 healing or support type characters. So last game, we saw the meta dominated in the first 2 maps with the double barrier, with the Orisa Sigma, with the Moira, and like maybe a flex support, but it's usually going to be Lucio, and then Reaper Doomfist. But IIT found their stride in games 2 and 3 to be able to just go with what they know, go with the flow. And I take it back. Apparently, Gumby's is not playing tank for this comp, so Gumby's not on tank. And we're going to be hit with depause time. So, looks like someone's got something happening. Restart, please. Looks like we've got a little of a pickle here. Can you enforce roster lock in custom games? Or do they just say, like, don't pick rosters? Like, our team is messed up. The sky is falling. DPS and tank swapped roles and couldn't swap back. I am not our tank. Okay, yeah. See, I was gonna be like, well, no. If the Bastion stays in tank form all the time, I think you're okay, right? So, looks like we should be okay though, because yeah, we are definitely not going to be seeing Gumbies on a DPS. I hope to God, because the fact that he can still pump out numbers to get gold damage as tank speaks volumes about what would happen if he was DPS. I feel. But with this lineup, we've got a good mix of veterans, and first years. Gumbies and Fox, second year and third year respectively. Brief, Cool K, Daybreak, Celeste, and None for me, I believe, are all first years. So, coaches have chosen to give in the young blood lineup a little bit of wiggle room here in this first map. If I'm not mistaken, this team is their academy team, so maybe they're just anticipating a weaker lineup can give some breathing room for it, whereas opposed to Alabama, we saw a lot of the veteran blood coming in through for IIT. So maybe that's decision making from the coaches, maybe it's just luck of the hand, but we're finally going to be getting ourselves really into the match now, so Gumby's thankfully on tank. Brief, Cool K there under Orisa. Fox going in with the Doomfist. He's going to be our first member. Let's get a first-person eyes on him. Going to be looking probably for a flank in the near future. He's going to be going first. Why would he? Oh, he is. Okay, team locked in wrong rolls. All good. Okay, Fox going to be looking for the pick first, but taking a decent amount of damage. Ooh, gonna miss. No! Are you kidding me? Like, are you kidding me? Why would you do that to yourself? Okay, so IIT already put into a tight pickle here as Texas. I'm gonna just pray to God that they are memeing, and that was not an actual forceful play to be risking it all like that. But what do I know? Alright, let's get me out of this first-person view. So, no more Doomfist, but we are going to be seeing Fair able to land a lot of damage right through that gap. Going to be finding a decent amount of members there for IIT. But, however, Fatal from Texas Reaper going to be able to find out a bunch of kills and forcing IIT into this corner. However, Moira trying to get herself into the point. Going to start capping. It's only going to be a couple of members. Wait a second. Celeste trying to do what she can to be able to hold back the members, but she's providing a decent amount of harass for members, but IIT, you know, not really in a good spot. I think at this point it's just a formality of them delaying. Wait a second. Yep, there we go. So, IIT now finally finding their footing to get inside the map here. Gumby's going to be trying to get himself through, going to be able to find a pick onto the Sigma. 4 members now converging onto IIT. The Reaper doing a ton of damage there for him. He's going to have his ult soon, and he does. Going to be taking really low, going to be getting into his Wraith form. Can he finish it? He's one hit. Lucio trying to follow it up. Can't connect it? No, he can. Lucio going to be only member, but more hopefully coming back into the game to be able to finish it up.
Greetings.
And there you go, IIT able to retake it at 66%. A little bit of troll, I'm going to just assume, from the first game, but with a healthy ults across both sides. I'm going to see if Texas wants to be jumping the gun quickly or wait, taking their time. Rocket Barrage coming in from Fox, not going to be finding any finding 2 kills on the DPS. McCree ult, not going to be able to find any members, but IIT just going to push themselves right into there. That's 2 ults from DPS used. IIT hopefully going to save themselves a little bit of time. Nice pick there for 2 DPS right at the spawn point. Going to further discourage Texas from looking at anything more. And IIT will take those kills and walk back to the point. But we've got 6 ults at the disposal from Texas State. Now, you know, one of these things that's important about this game is that ult economy. Doomfist going to be starting his off. Lucio's going to be starting his off. Sigma going to be starting his off. Will they force the Moira to break hers? She's looking like she wants to. That's a lot of members, maybe to get themselves into the game here. Wait, did Sigma not use it? I thought he did. My fault. Fatal going to be looking around for that angle, but he's going to be called out. The Creed looking like they want to respond to that. A lot of good positioning here from IIT as they group themselves around the barrier. Doomfist going to be trying to get what he can, but they're forcing themselves out of the point. Lucio's going to be left a little isolated. He's going to take one to the face. He's barely going to be able to get out. Barrier there holding themselves in place. Going to be able to cap. Gumby's trying to force himself in there, but 3 members of IIT with Doomfist striking them from behind. It's going to get them back to point.
My ultimate ability.
Sitting ourselves now back at 77. I think Texas only having to use 3 ults to regain it. IIT now with 4 coming up. They're going to have to probably make that call coming up within the next 5 or 10 seconds. Going to be taking the Reaper super low. Going to have to force Sigma trying to come up to the front line, but it's Sigma v Sigma into the face. Who's taking more? A Pharah ult is not going to be able to land it for the entire duration. Going to be able to take out Celeste from Doomfist, but the
Coalescence is charging.
Doomfist is going to be taken out by the Orisa. Nice retake from IIT at a handy pace. Going to make the Texan State University Academy have to rethink a strategy. It's going to be a Doomfist out of place here, but he's going to be further delaying. Texas forcing themselves to get back onto the port. A nice boop there from the Lucio going to be connected. Celeste going to be able to finish, and Texas is scrambling to find any members now on the base, and a lot of haphazard fighting. There's going to be some slapdash fighting in IIT's favor. Well played from the Hawks there to utilize that pressure of the time advantage, and unfortunately Texas with the with I guess the hero positioning, because that Doomfist definitely should not have been out of place like that. Maybe just trying to look for a pick. I think the ruler had a decent amount of tunnel vision for Celeste on the healing for that backline consistently, but it seems like without his team to help him, IIT is going to be able to quickly let that nuisance not get in the way of their victory. So, first map there in their favor, and I'm seeing a dead chat, so that's okay. But 5 viewers, so that's cool. Now as we take ourselves into point 2, this location is pretty spread out. It's an ideal Pharah hunting ground in my opinion. IIT going to be setting themselves up above the second point while Texas opts for a lower. No members caught out yet, trying to just get their way through the barriers. Doomfist looking for the pick, getting to be able to get the knockup on Fox, but he's going to be stunned, barely able to escape with his life, but he's going to be okay for the reset. Taking a quick look at him, he looks like he wants to get himself back in there. He gets a knockup, not able to connect again. But however, Texas with their control onto the point, the lower point, but as IIT starts to trickle in, Fox is not connecting these shots, unfortunately. It's going to be, unfortunately, his death. 3 opportunities, unfortunately, not able to get it through. This might be at 50% though. Do they want to keep him on the champ? Looks like the answer is yes. Celeste with her ult already at the ready. Looks like she's going to be getting themselves into play. IIT not afraid to continue fighting. Doomfist trying to still connect, but he is 0-4 in these shots, getting a nice knockup. Not going to be able to connect too much damage onto it, but he's looking again. Still trying to find the angle. He's going to be keeping the members of Texas guessing. Nice punch there. Going to be isolating the Orisa away, but they're just going to have a decent amount of healing to leave her alive. Going to have to reset again. The damage going to be needing to come through. IIT in a dangerous position. Signal barrier finally coming through. A nice knockup there from the Orisa is going to leave a lot of members up in the ground. The ult coming through. Not going to be finding any kills, but Sigma looking like he's isolated. Getting the first pick. IIT ready to counter here. Taken really close, but the Reaper is going to be able to find the kill through that range. The 3 looking like he wants to get in, but the Reaper in their face is going to be giving 3-4 kills for Texas. Well played from Fatal. That's going to be played again. Looking like he had the support of his teammates. Fox, I'm not too hot about that Doomfist if he's not going to be able to reliably get those kills with those dives. Or the kills with it. Oh, wait a second. I don't think Texas like that. So, Gumby's instantly finding a single ult going to be getting a lot of members away. This is going to be forcing his ult. Another support forcing her ult, but that's going to be a lot of ults wasted for Texas, and I think IIT has got this one back. Well played from Gumby to be able to get that pick. Nice little delay there. It's going to be further spreading them apart. There we go with the cap. And IIT will retake it at 94. A lot of ults again wasted for Texas. So if IIT is able to maintain a grid hold, it's going to be at least until the 70s or 80s mark, in my opinion, for that team to get it together. But it's important. Can IIT at least be able to not get the picks? They're looking to get it through, but Celeste here with a full ult of her charge is able to effectively utilize it. Now Fox looking to turn himself on here. Triple kill coming in across. He's looking to finish off this Orisa. He wants it. Rocket to the face. I take back everything I said. Reaper, again, Fatal looking for those angles. He seems to be the player that wants to be making the calls for IIT, but that window's going to be giving him the angle. Doomfist looks like he wants a challenge. He's going to go right up there. He's not going to follow with Bruto. It's going to take a little bit of time to reset. Is Reaper going to be looking at repositioning? He is. He's going to get the call, but he's going to force him to Phantom out. Nice Sigma. Oh, going to be keeping the IIT, going to be keeping them back. Another pick onto Fox there. Has the Reaper chasing him across, but I don't think that's going to be enough damage. He's going to have to force himself to get out. High noon from the Reaper. Doesn't look like it's going to be able to connect any kills, unfortunately. He's going to try to do what he can. Celeste with her ult again out. Still able to use it for the full duration. IIT able to quickly take it back. 4 kills coming out in favor for the Hawks here. Looking for a 5th, I think. There we go. Well played from Fox there. Seemed like IIT had a little bit of a couple of crucial picks, but looks like they weren't respecting the Doomfist, maybe because of what was happening earlier. Regardless, Fox is hungry to redeem my negative toxicity flame towards him. Nice pick there onto the Sigma will cause him their first tank to drop on, and that's going to be a crucial barrier taken away, but Fatal with his ult coming up at the quick. Let's keep our eyes on that. He only needs 1 or 2 more full placements, but he's still healthy. He's at 200. He's going to have it. He has it up. He wants to go in. He's looking at it. Is IIT going to let them get through? Overtime here for the Hawks means that they must retake. It's holding. They want it through. IIT has to go through, but no flashbang. Further McCree is going to be able to take it out. IIT still holding on at this 93%. Moira trying to do what she can her most to heal, but it's going to be close. They are able to finally recap it at 95. I don't think can IIT be able to get themselves back through here. Doomfist trying to do what he can. Does he have ult? He is. As a further delay, it's going to be causing 2 kills there. He's still looking for it, but he's going to finally fall. Fatal going to be able to be back in the game. Brief OK trying to do what he can to hold on to the point, but I don't think they've got much time left. This is now Lucio trying to his best, but he's going to take Celestis. IIT is going to try to trickle in themselves. Winston here trying to just go for the full dive here as they can, but again, McCree's ult just not able to help out for the team. Wait.
Surrender to my will.
Why does it say 100? Oh, sorry. Never mind. I got it. Well played. From the, yeah, IIT had to force themselves to try to play off of that point, and Reaper, unfortunately, that flashbang coming in too late. I think none for me was just maybe too hesitant on trying to just like look at the front line, was too scared of getting burst down too fast. Regardless, I think, yeah, that really just came down all to the timing, unfortunately. Taken down to our last point. This is a winner takes all point. So at the end, the winner will be determined. So looking at another Doomfist, Ruler having a decent amount of kills, but I think Fox's was able to outshine in the end. Nice E is going to be able to displace the Sigma, and Orisa taken dangerously low already. Looking for the angle, making sure that he's safe, landing a ton of damage there in that quarter. Texas not even looking for this Pharah. One more there. Another 3 kills there for Ethan, and he's on fire already. Well played from the Hawks. Good E to displace the Sigma already, losing out their barrier advantage. No hit scans available for the Texas makes IIT Pharah at a advantage. She has her ult available. She looks like she wants to go in. A nice ult, a nice grab. Not grab, whatever that Orisa's E is, and he's gonna just jump himself right off. Well played from both Brief, Cool K, and Fox. Good synergy going along there. Gonna take her to get a while to get that ult back up, but it's okay. IIT gonna have a lot of ults at the same time. Texas looking like they want to go for the exact same strat, but who do they have to be able to prevent that damage? Doesn't look like that Sigma Bear is going to be doing any favors for them, and IIT ready to get themselves right back onto the map. It's going to be another failed attempt from Texas, and they don't have an answer for this Pharah yet. They are still dead set on it. Reaper only at 35% of his ult charge. He is doing nothing to the tank lineup right now. And we're going to finally see the Widowmaker come out. Ooh, first shot lands, second shot lands, third shot lands. Well played from Rulu to get the pick, but he's going to go right back to the doofus. Hello, you have a Mercy? Do they think that's going to be enough? Doesn't look like it is. Looks like they still want to be committing to this ruler, and that's going to be another thing. Do you not learn from your mistakes, Texas? Jesus Christ. Unfortunately, that's going to be another delay causing for IIT, and IIT is not pulling any. Fox's veteran status, I think, showing up on the forefront here, able to be working alongside his tank lineup, getting the picks, and now they're forcing this Widow on Widowmaker duty, and oops, well, that's not going to be the best bet when you don't have that angle, but Fox, in the meantime, is sheltered away in the cabin now. So none of Widow's damage is going to be able to go through this, and this is going to be looking like the quickest point cap that we've seen in all game. Well played from the Hawks to make a statement for that last point, saying, you know what, if you guys have players that can't aim at us, I'm gonna just kill all of you. So I thought that Reaper might have to play the game, but I take it back with Fox with a beautiful game 3 there, getting, I believe, 3 ults in that process for a full 100% cap to get 3 in there in that timing. Yeah, goodbye. That's definitely going to be discouraging there for Texas, as they have to rethink, like, okay, we weren't expecting that Mercy comp to Shrek us all, so what's next, guys? So, taking us back to the lobby. It's going to be a convincing map 3, however. That's going to be a 2-1 victory there. One victory in favor of the Hawks. And so, per tradition, or per Tespa rules, not tradition, sorry. Texas now will be choosing the map, and IIT will be responding whether they want to attack or defend as we get into it. And I think I messed it up again because I have to change my map spectate to... now we are in map 2 of 3. Excuse me. There we go. Excuse me. Okay, so looking like the Texas has chosen their map 2 to be Numbani, and Numbani is one of the unique maps where it is a hybrid. So let's find Numbani. Where is it? There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. All right. Numbani game 2. IIT now will be responsible for choosing whether they want to attack or defend first. Looking like they don't care, so if they just want to get the game going, that will mean that IIT will be on the pedal with attacking first, I believe. Oh. Excuse me. Long day. Looking like they're ready.
Traveling to Numbani.
So again, Numbani, one of the unique maps where you have the combination of assault, where they have to capture this point first, and then they will make themselves across the map in a payload type to get themselves to this point first, and one more all the way at the end. at the Numbani Heritage Museum. Look at that angle. Alright, give me one moment. Let me change up the scores a bit. We've got a current 1-0 there for the Hawks. We are going to be seeing, I believe IIT attacks first.
We need a moment.
Yeah, they do.
Okay.
Hold on a sec. They will be switching it up here, so IIT will be
incoming in 30 seconds.
I will simulate our upcoming mission to identify all possible items.
Alright, there we go. Look at those icon synergy. Quality production there. Alright, map 2 of 3, Numbani. Texas will be defending with a double barrier comp again. And Ruler now going to be setting himself in for the hit scan duty. So we saw him pull out the Widow, able to get the good pick on the Pharah. And looking like Fox is going for the Pharah again means that we're going to have to be keeping our eyes out for that. God, can you please stop strafing like that? It's very annoying. Thank you. Bladed Banana though, on the Bladed Banana, it was a roster change. So I think last time it was Hans that was in there. Fatal though, still onto his Reaper, is going to be having IIT set themselves up through here. They're going to need that DPS to break through. Bastion wants to get through those barriers, and he's going to shred right through that, getting IIT to space that they need to take control of this area first. We've got a Farado from the side to be able to catch those members out, going to have to force the double barrier comp to isolate themselves. Bladed Banana going to be getting the pick onto the McCree first. He wants to set up. Bladed Banana still looking for the picks. He's going to be going first. On two. Following him. Breaking through the first barrier here. Doesn't have to angle for it. He wants to reset. Relocating himself around the reset. Going to be placing a lot of damage in here. I don't even see what's happening. And meanwhile, while all of this is going on, Pharah is in a 1v1 with the McCree. So you're not going to have any problems with that hit scan, but wait a second. A lot of members taken down pretty low. Alchemisto taken down in low particular. They can't break through that bottom layer. Shouldn't IIT just reset around the corner? Why did they try to force themselves to still be playing for that point? I don't know. Because meanwhile, we're going to be looking at a pharmacy combo to fight themselves through spawn. They are literally fighting themselves through spawn. Good lord. And I guess it's just delaying members of IIT further, which kind of lets them get away with it. But again, the 4-man for IIT is staying strong, trying to get themselves through here. They need Alchemisto to place a beautiful mortality field. Bladed Banana having trouble to find reset around the fucking corner. All right, finding the pick on there. Going to be getting to Orisa next. That's going to be 2 tanks. IIT looking like they're ready to converge. Hold on, we got a Reaper that's hungry for it. But he's going to drop down right through the ground. He's not going to be there. He's going to be the only member left. Farah still looking at 1v1, getting a flashbang, but the shot not going to land through. Finally going to be able to get it. Alright. Little slapdash. Maybe the plan wasn't. I don't know if rotating around like that point was the intention. Like if they were even having that, thinking about it in the playbook. I just felt that Kevin with his ankle struggle right here, just like you're not able to get anything from there. And a Eraser Shield does not work like that. You have bottom radius coverage, so nevertheless, IIT still with a healthy amount of time to be able to get themselves through. So they should be okay to get themselves through this first couple bends. But Fatal now is just like, you know what? I can't do anything on this Reaper. Now we're going to play around me. So he's looking at that Bastion comp of his own now. But now Farah's going to have to look at that angle because she can't fight against that barrier. If you're going to have a Bastion, it's going to left click you to death. Sigma trying to place his ult around. This is good. A good angle now for IIT. As she's looking for the ult and she's going to be able to get it. But the Mei ult is going to stop her from getting any kills. Bladed Banana on the meanwhile in tank form. Looking for a pick if he can. Sigma one shot. Going to be able to get it through. Mei almost one shot. Going to be finished off. Nice combo there from Fox to be able to cover both sides. Good communication with the DPS. The deep Lucio just the last one to live. And that will be a smooth transition. Ooh! That was a cold-blooded kill from Farah there. And we've got both of our DPS on fire, just like what I'd like to see. There we go. IIT smoothly putting these first two, putting the second point to where they need to go. DPS gonna have their ults up shortly. Bastion, meanwhile, for Texas, not seeing it too much. It's being useful for barrier duty. In fact, they're even forcing the mate to get it through, but IT's kind of in a rough spot. Wait, they don't have the barriers yet. Bastion wants to get set up. He's got the Orisa ult with him. Who can he look for? Nice Wei ult. And it's actually it's unfortunately actually going to kind of cuck him a bit. I thought he'd have the angle all of a sudden, but he didn't expect it, I don't think, to be getting it through. And that displacement from the Mei wall is going to prove a lot of problems for him. Sigma one hit though. Is he going to be able to get the kill? Mortality field not going to be able to do it. And on top of the Bastion versus Bastion comp, IIT is not really in a position to get it through. Going to be taking isolating Shockwave away. IIT looking like they want to reset passes. So looking like a couple of Mei walls is going to be what's doing it for Texas here in favor for them. They're doing a lot of really good positioning here for them. So IIT gonna have trouble trying to break through this double barrier through a straight path like this. So Farah gonna looking like she wants to do an ult here, crouching right through, but I think Sigma has to read on her. They have an inkling that she's there. They're looking for it. They want her. She wants to get in. She's gonna go first on the Bastion, finding 2 picks there. 2 kills, and Farah and the Mercy Res is going to have her still be active in the fight. Bastion is not going to be able to help her out, but Goose on his Ana going to be taken pretty low. He's got the ult. He's going to be taken down. And 4 ults available at their disposal, but unable to be using them. Let's IIT quickly take it at a 3-0. Yeah, I think that fight all started out with the with the Farah ult getting to Sigma, no, Bastion first, and then Sigma was an added bonus, I think. He was just, I think, too far ahead before she got icicled to the head by Mei, but a quick revive from Copel there. Let's IIT still push as a 6v4 fight, and then, yeah, Ana split off, and a little bit of slapdash fighting there. Didn't let them find their groove. Alright. So, taking ourselves back. Now I can switch my icons. Look at that. Look at that production value. And now we're gonna have to see Texas with their backs to the wall. Now they are in a must-win situation. They must capture all 3 points if they wish to stay in the game. Otherwise, IIT will take this victory at a 2-0, and we will not move to Game 3. Looking like they still want to be electing for a double barrier comp. Fatal on the Bastion. Going to be crucial for, again, these kind of comps. It's double barrier, I think, enforces having to have that cooldown management down to a T. You know, a lot of the, if you have those barriers down, then the damage is going to fly. And, I mean, you've got Sigma's ability to absorb the projectiles, but that's not going to be enough against the kind of comp that IIT has, especially with the projectile damage coming from both sides. Fox able to reliably put that out along with the Pharmacy for the double buff. Fox already placing a couple of shots along just for feeling it. Looking like we're going to be seeing the Symmetra coming out from Ruler here. And I want to see how that works because I have very strong feelings towards Symmetra as a player. Looking like they want to be setting themselves around the bottom corner to force themselves up, to force themselves with the cap. 5 members IIT looking like they're going to have to force themselves to drop down, but they have the turrets. IIT doing it one by one, unfortunately. Shockwave going to be taken down first. Second member for IIT. It's going to be 3 members. Can they contest? They need to contest. Oh my god. Sextuple kill. How do you get a sextuple kill, but there's still a guy alive? What? The res. Wow. So, taken to the fighting ground with that Symmetra teleporter. Respect to Ruler, to playing to his abilities efficiency. Looking like they want to be going for that again, but IIT going to have to be doing a better job of positioning themselves around to not allow it to happen. And they don't have too much wiggle room anymore, but they're trying to get for the picks where they can. Farah trying to see what she can get. She's going to be taken pretty low at 70 HP. She's got that Mercy healing for her. She'll be just fine. But Symmetra looking like she wants to set herself up again. Keep our eyes on her for sure. They're pushing this cabin though. IIT can't really looking like they want to get themselves set up across again. They're going for it. IIT commits for it, but they're ready for the Sigma ult. Bastion going to be laying it on them thick. Same with Farah, another ult to get it through. And IIT is not going to let that same trick fall twice. Well played from the Hawks to respond to that correctly. So I think what we saw Bastion positioned on this angle here. This allows Symmetra to have no vision. They're trying to get across the map, and they'll shred through that shield right through here as they try to make their way across. But looking like Bastion wants to set himself up at this angle again, we're going to make sure that we want to see the shot called to have that location moved again. It looks like they are not ready for it anymore. However, Ruler getting a nice pick there onto the Pharah. Going to need a res, hopefully. Or are they going to let her reset? She's all the way there, down on the ground, not going to be really at an optimal angle. However, now the Bastion looking to get himself into the map there. Lets the tank just get instantly shredded right through. Goodbye. Now Bastion v Bastion is going to have 4 kills to play Banana just with the left click prodigy. I like it. I like it. Yeah. They tried their best, but worded with a unfortunate with the excuse me, with his ultimate, not going to be able to fight against that Bladed Banana with his team already set up behind him, and with the tanks already decimated. That's going to be a lot of ults used. Fatal going to have to rely on a Miracle Bastion ult flank from around, but he's looking for it. His team's there with him. Pharah trying to see if she can spot anybody out there. They've got the read on the Mercy, but she's taken down pretty low already at another angle. IIT's going to have to be able to drop down pretty soon. He's forcing out his ult. He's a Fatal though, already eliminated with his ult. Barrier still holding strong there for IIT. They're trying their best to get through, but the taken one by one from both sides, just they have no answer for this. They have no answer for 2 DPS from both sides. So is this the case where you have to look at a dive count to focus on one of these DPSs, I think? If Texas wants a shot at this, but Fatal now back onto the Reaper comfort pick, I believe. I mean, I could be wrong. Might not be a comfort pick. I don't know anything about their guys' match history, but last push here is going to be having the Reaper holding the doorway here. He's going to be forcing himself to Wraith out already early. Going to be taken extremely low. Bastion now joining the fight here with the Immortality field. Deadeye only going to be able to find Mercy. Going to be leaving the Pharmacy isolated, and that's going to be the one member of DPS taken out. But oh wait, hold on. Finally, the barrier going to be taken down. IIT looking like they want to cap this overtime. Team kill coming in, and that's going to be the win. Coming in through the Hawks. GG for IIT. Well played. Yep, I think
Play of the game.
just Texas too indecisive on how if they wanted to commit towards change the comp, or unconfident in terms of trying to be committing themselves for that Symmetra. I mean, if she had ult, couldn't she have tried something? I don't know. Like, why do you get played of the game for that? That was all DPS. What? Okay. Oh, yeah. Player of the game, in my opinion, Fox for sure. Good for Bladed Banana to make sure. Well, good for Bladed Banana plus his team around him to be able to play around that comp effectively. You know, too often if you're playing like a Bastion and solo queue, it's just like, all right, goodbye. Let's take it back to the map here, and we saw a 3-0 come across here in Numbani, and hold on. 2 and 0 for Texas State. So Hawks going to be able to take that convincingly. First, I think a small snafu in the first map, a little bit of communication with the new roster, and then they found themselves in the groove to be able to rock Numbani and Texas State through that process. So a little bit of a shorter stream, but that's okay. Again, so this will be the Hawks ending the weekend with a 2-0, which will bring their record up to a 3-1 in the Tespa preseason. And again, as I mentioned, like all of these wins, all of these losses are equally are important. They're not just a for show bragging rights. For Tespa, these do determine the seedings and placements and standings for the actual official season falling around in the spring. So every win counts. Every decision counts. It's not something to just troll around with and mess around with. So, appreciate everyone attending the stream. You know, feel free to give me any comments, concerns, thoughts on what I can do to do better to provide a better experience for the viewer. You know, more often than not, there's probably something I can do, maybe some sort of lighting or noise level. I think when I used to bring in co-casters, there was a lot of comments towards like I couldn't hear the volume correctly from my co-caster, so I had to learn how to use the soundbar correctly and adjust volumes. So this is all community driven. We're not paid students. We don't get salaries in order to do this and promote. We're just doing this purely out of the goodness of our hearts. So that's gonna wrap it up for us today. Again, appreciate everyone coming by for the stream. Appreciate Texas and Alabama for the games today. I'm sure both sides learned a lot. I'm sure the coaches have a lot to review with their players, and we're hoping to continue the streak. Hoping that IIT can have a good placement this year in the Overwatch Collegiate season. So, with that, I think it's gonna be Elden Moy signing off.